Welcome to my channel. In this video I want to do a new swatch for my Derwent Graphitint pencils. If you follow my channel, you maybe noticed that I own this set of Graphitint pencils for many years, maybe 5, maybe even more. When I purchased them, I knew nothing about them. I was just happy to find something decent from decent manufacturer in our local art shops. So I got them. I had small problem with their quality. One of my pencils was split in two halves, but Derwent sent me a replacement after I wrote them a message on their support line. And I did this very simple swatch card. It was made on very thin paper, and when I did a regular thing for water-soluble pencils. Here we have those dry colors, and then how they look after I applied water. You know that graphitints, they are water soluble and they are famous because their core, it's a mixed graphite with colored pigment. That's why they have this interesting muted natural colors. Only after that I learned that there is a second way to use them. It's to use wet brush to take pigment directly from the pencil core. In such way you have more clear color with this grayish undertone. So that's why I added those small batches of small areas of color here. That's why I need to redo my swatch card. I can't say that I use them very frequently, but I use them for several interesting backgrounds, like this one. I do love the contrast between those muted colors and even slightly granulating effect which they can create on good paper with vibrant colors of Prismacolors or Inktense. Another good example, it's here in Botanicum. I really love this muted, not extremely vibrant colors. Another reason why I want to redo my chart, it's because I purchased myself a set of Graphitint paints. I realized that if I mostly use them for backgrounds, to have them in set of paints, it will be much more convenient for bigger areas. Here we have 12 colors. There are repeated colors from the pencil set, and I hope that there will be more interesting colors. On this color palette, I mostly use those pencils from the left. Shades of green, shades of blue, and of course shades of purple and violet. Their gray colors, for me, they look very boring, nothing special, and almost no difference between those gray colors. The only normal one is cool gray. White I also don't use. So when I did this swatch, I was quite disappointed in this part. I would say that it's possible to make slightly more interesting palette for the pencils. So I hope that in Graphitint pen set they included more beautiful colors. Here we have quite nice palette, and inside we have those colors, but I want to do my own color palette on paper and not on this plastic card. I'm curious what those colors will look more like, those clear colors without gray underpaint. They are lovely, but graphitints, they are famous because of this gray tone, so I hope that they will have these more muted shades. I prepared a new card with all the numbers which I took from pencils and names. I will try to swatch my paints first, and then for the remaining 12 colors I will also swatch my pencils. I hope that together I will use them now more frequently. I have in mind already a couple of pictures where I want to use them for the backgrounds. I want to color a couple of landscapes where I need something as a first layer for grass and for stones, and I have a couple of fantasy pictures where those muted colors will be perfect as a background. All those books which I have in mind, they are printed on good paper, so I hope that these paints and pencils will be able to show all their best properties. So now I just need to do myself a new good swatch card, and I hope that these paints, they will be beautiful. Well, I'm slightly confused by the results. First of all, I supposed that paints would be more rich, more vibrant comparing to pencils. But from what I can see, pencils, which you can use with water, they give you more rich, more deep colors. Maybe that's because I used them for the first time. Maybe they had some graphite cover on top of the pen. I don't know. Of course, it will be easier to make further decisions when I use them more on bigger areas. But on paint, there is more gray rather than color. You can see, for example, here for the ocean blue or for slate green. You get much more grayish color from paints and much more vibrant, rich color from pencils. And yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. Maybe it will change later. Another thing I noticed is that several pencils, they look different. Like autumn brown look on the pencil, look on paint. So I would say that many of these colors you can see almost like 3 different colors from just one pencil or just one paint. It's surprising. I am happy that now I have this full color chart, so it will be easier for me to decide which intensity of color I want and how it's easier to get it. And yeah, I would say for now that pencil set is more interesting comparing to paints. If you don't own any and if you think about what to purchase, despite the more convenient thing which we have like paint, I think that pencils, they give you more variety in color by using them in 2 ways and more deep and rich color. And another thing which definitely I don't like, look at those colors on package and colors which I got here, especially the middle. Do you think that it's similar to this one? I wouldn't say so. I know that it's stupid to expect from the package, from the publishing, they published it on and printed on totally different paper, but they need to give you at least something similar to the paints you have inside. If I wouldn't know a lot of things about these pencils, I definitely would be disappointed comparing those colors to the colors which I got. And it's a good paper, it's mixed media paper, so it's not the fault of the paper. When I swatched my Derwent ink tens, swatches were really very similar to what we got on the package. So what you see, what you purchase, you definitely get very similar colors. Here, definitely not so much. I don't see these beautiful vibrant colors. They look much more muted. I can say that I'm disappointed because, yes, I need such colors. As I said, I have in mind several landscapes in World Within in Fragile World by Kerby Razanes, where I need to do a lot of stones, and such colors, they will be perfect for undertone. But, well, I expected slightly more vibrant and maybe even more granulating watercolors, so I can't recommend this one. And if you think about purchasing Graphitint, I would rather recommend pencils. Thanks for watching, and I hope that maybe after using them on several pictures, I will change my opinion, so of course I will share with you my further thoughts. Thanks for watching, and if you have your own experience with using Graphitints in coloring books, I will be happy to hear.